The pillows are fluff thanks to Miss Emily. The couch is wide enough, join the family. It's all love while we laugh at perps criminalities. Hey, 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 welcome to the Sofa Squad. Sipping from the cup at hey, hey, hey. Come laugh with the Sofa Squad. Can't roll my damn eyes hard enough. Oh, please, the puppies need me. Ooh, oh, please, my body is rejecting none of that fancy credential stuff. I'm just here for the cringe binge. Hey, 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 welcome to the Sofa Squad. Sipping from the cup and hey, hey, hey. Come laugh with the Sofa Squad. Can't roll my damn eyes hard enough. Oh please, the puppies need me. Oh please, my body is rejecting none of that fancy credentialed stuff. I'm just here for the cringe binge. Hey, 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 welcome to the Sofa Squad. Sipping from the cup that hey, hey, hey. Come laugh with the Sofa Squad. Can't roll my damn eyes hard enough.
Hello, Sofa Squad. How is everybody doing? Hey, hey, hey. Welcome to the Sofa Squad. Sippeth from the cup and hey, hey, hey. Come laugh with the Sofa Squad. Hello, everybody. Audrey, thank you for being here. I hope you are well. Thank you, everybody, for being here as well. Drop a number one if you hear me talking. If you hear me gabbing over here. Hello, Sandy. I hope you had a good time with your grands. That is lovely. Thank you for that one, Sandy. Hey, Ohio. Hey, baby girl. Hey, Just Joe. Hey, Miss Jen USA. Hey, Avery. T. New Disaster. Math Geek. What's everybody up to? If you celebrate Thanksgiving, I hope you had a wonderful one. If you didn't, I hope you had a wonderful Thursday and a wonderful Friday. Hey, Shayna. So we had a very quiet, calm, and collected Thanksgiving here. We had a very calm and collected Friday here. I only went out to one store because I had to, and then I quickly came back home and ate and I ate some leftovers, and that's what we did. The boys are eating their leftovers. The boys are, you can't really see it, but behind the TV are their crates, their big crates. So the boys are going through recrating training. Because I discovered that they are just they've turned the house into a bathroom. So they are over there with one of those like toys that you have to like open sides up and there's treats in it. So to keep them entertained. So we might have to be dealing with them as we do this because this is the first live since I was like, oh, we're going on lockdown again. So they've been like doing their thing and like sequestered to certain parts of the house and all that, but they've been doing really good. And so it's made a world of difference. Hey, John, what's up? And so that's kind of all we've been doing over here. So sorry, I had to change the live from the other night. I think it was Wednesday night. I totally forgot I had dinner plans with a friend. You know what we went and got, y'all? We're going to like free talk for a minute and then we're going to jump to the thing. So it's 7:00 now. We'll talk for like maybe 5 minutes or whatever. And then we'll jump to the case because I have not watched any of this. I've been waiting for y'all. Okay. Now maybe I watched some of it the other night with y'all, but like all like the body cam footage, I have been waiting. I've been like, okay, so this is gonna be all new to me. Audrey says we're getting a huge winter storm tonight, 8 to 12 inches. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Hey, SV Witch Linda 8547. Thank you for becoming a member. I do appreciate that. Yeah, it looks like it's done the weird thing with everybody's names where it changes them up or whatever. Hey, Heather. Hey, Courtney. Hey, Nani. So yeah, it does that. So, anyways, but yeah, that's a lot of snow. So here, where's my phone? I'll tell you what it is here. Please hold. It's 34 degrees right now. So that's kind of what it's been all day long. My Dotson is crate trained, and now it's only when we leave the house. Yeah. Yeah, see, the boys, yeah. I hit my breaking point with it. I was like, I found like weird pea spots, and I was like, what's going? No, so we're redoing the whole thing, which is understandable. It's it's been a all over the place year, and they're in a new place, so we'll see. I guess a couple of things. What was I talking about a second ago, y'all? I already forgot. There's been so much going on. So today is Friday. We're gonna have more Brian Walsh videos over the weekend. Then Monday morning, 9 o'clock is Brian Walsh trial. We don't know. Maybe he'll plea out. Now, Shayna told me a little bit ago, WrestleMania is back in court on Monday. Then they're doing something else with the Anna Kemper situation or whatever. I'm gonna record a big video on that tomorrow. And then all the more stuff on David. So Sunday night, we're going to do like updates, that kind of a thing, because so much is going on. So we'll do that Sunday evening on the live chat. We might do a live chat tomorrow night. I'm not sure. There's something else I wanted to look at, but I can't remember. Oh, the other thing, y'all, Shonda Vander Ark. Y'all, she was back in court. I've been going over that this afternoon. Y'all, she's still doing the sick thing. I'm just like, that's her go-to. Okay, that is her go-to. I'm like, girl, she didn't want to go to court. I'm like, what did she do that for? I mean, I don't blame her. I wouldn't want to either, right? But it's like, that's like her go-to or whatever. And I'm just like, you already tried this once. Like, no, she looks so, y'all. She looks so different. Donna says probably have to nip the peen thing in the bud crate tree. Yeah. Oh, I agree, Donna. 100%. And I was reading a bunch of stuff today where it's like Yorkies, for whatever reason, are really hard to break of that. So we've been doing, so today's Friday, so say since Wednesday night, we've been on hardcore, like what I call lockdown. So essentially it's like the 1/3 rule. So if they're not in the crate, they're on their leashes attached to me. And if they're not on that, like when they kind of, like when we go outside and they both do all the things, right? We come back in and they have us, the gates basically where the kitchen, the front part of the house they can run around in, and I'll be up there. It's where the kitchen is. And so we play time, we do all that. Now I have the little gated area out back, so we'll go out there and throw the ball, and like it's a little patio area, so we'll go do that and whatnot. And they've been doing good. They've each had 2 accidents, but it's expected. But I immediately caught it and was able to clean it up. Like what was happening before is it was like, I'm finding pee. My breaking point was I sat on the couch and I got my blanket and I was like, why is my blanket wet? And I was like, huh? And I look and one of them had peed on the blanket on the floor in front of me. And this was after finding 2 random pee spots. And I was like, nope, so we're done. We draw the line at peeing on the sofa blanket. Right? We draw the line of peeing on the sofa blanket. Okay. So you know what it's like when you're ready to be all settled, you're like, get all cozy. And there's dog pee on the blanket. It's like we're done. It's like, boys, get the crate. But they do good in it because they're both right there with them. And then they let me know, like they'll sleep and they wake up and they want to come out. And it's really been well. And like right now they're in there. So anyways, but yeah, she said back to Shonda, yeah, she looks rough. Girl, she looks rough. Right? I'm talking like bad, okay? So now, so let's start. So it's about 7:04. Yo, let's start talking. My colored pencil cast says, oh my God, I came home from work once overnight, so my cat had peed in my comforter that takes 3 hours to dry. Oh, honey, that's even worse. Coming home overnight working, you're just ready to go to bed. Courtney says, Shonda said, I feel like garbage. I'm like, you are garbage. I know, right? Judge all but said it. Oh, and cat pee is worse. Cat pee has such a distinct smell. I'll never forget. It's like 20 years ago. And I had these like stupid designer flip-flops. My God, it's such a stupid waste of money. But that's a whole other subject. This is when I was young. I don't know. My cat, something peed on it. It had to be the cat. Yeah, that smell wasn't coming out. And I tried to wear them. I tried to. But nope. Had to throw them away. I tell you what, had to throw them away. Hey, Stephanie, how's it going? So, yeah, Color Pencil Cat says, designer flip-flops to go with your Zima. You clocked me 100%. 100%. You could see me coming a mile away. You can see me coming a mile away, right? Oh yeah, Mel Cat P. Yeah, the judge isn't having it because literally, and I forget now. I haven't gone through the whole thing yet, and I'm reading like the transcripts and whatnot of it. But like, what I think it was maybe the prosecutor was just like, "This is one of the worst things I've ever seen." You know what I mean? Like as far as the Shonda thing goes, it's terrible, terrible. Yeah, the judge did. Yeah, it's funny how different they look. This trial didn't seem like it was that long ago, right? Um, it wasn't that long ago. She looks like she aged 40 years. I know the Slender Man. Okay, so let's start talking about today. Okay, so let's start talking about the Slender Man situation. Okay, now again, let me pull up. I have not watched all this stuff, so this is going to be, we're going to watch just several videos. We're going to start off with the press conference, and then after that, we're going to move to the body cam footage. Okay, so here's my thing. I'm just like, it seemed like just yesterday she was begging to get out, right? It was like, and I mean, right out of the gate, she's just, I don't even know what to, it's just, it blows my mind. And here's the thing, and if I'm correct, we talked about this the other night. This the two. Well, let's do this. Let's do the overview real quick, and we'll talk about this as we go. We're gonna do a very quick Chat GPT overview. Okay, so Morgan Geyser's who we're talking about tonight. Okay, now she stems from the 2014 the Mr. Daryl Brooks, Wisconsin. Okay, it was her and her friend, and then another girl, like one of was supposedly one of their friends. Okay, they go into the woods, they're doing a sleepover, hangout, whatever. Well, Morgan and her co-defendant, Anissa, stab this other girl multiple times, and it was something to do with like Slender Man, and he was going to be a sacrifice for her, and Slender Man is a fictional supernatural figure. It was created, this is allegedly the lore on like the creepy pasta forums or something like that. Now this girl somehow, some way, luckily, obviously survived, right? She was able to crawl out of the woods. A passerby caught her, not caught her, but found her, whatever, you know what I'm saying? And saved her. How she survived this, she had the will to live. Okay. So, and let me go down here. Yeah, they stabbed her 19 times with the kitchen knife, crawled to the bike path. A cyclist finds her. The girls believe they had to kill Peyton to prove loyalty to Slender Man, become his proxies, and protect their families from supposed supernatural harm. It took months of planning. There was notebooks full of sketches. I mean, they just went down the rabbit hole, right? So the two girls, Morgan and Issa, were found walking toward the Nicollet Forest. They told police they were on their way to meet Slender Man at his mansion. Morgan was later diagnosed with early onset schizophrenia. Both girls were charged as adults due to the severity of the crime, even though they were just 12. Then Morgan pled guilty to attempted first-degree intentional homicide, was found not guilty by reason of mental disease, and was sentenced to 40 years in a secure psychiatric facility. Anissa Wire received 25 years in a mental health institution, later conditionally released. Now, from what I understand, she's, been doing what she's got to do, right? So November 2025, this is when Morgan finally gets out, or I'm sorry, she got out a few months ago. She moves to a group home or whatever, right? Then just a few weeks ago or a couple of weeks ago, she cuts off her ankle monitor. She escapes the group home. Okay, now now she has been apprehended. And so there's that, right? So that's where we're starting off with. Now, correct me here if I'm wrong, y'all. So the other girl, Anissa or whatever, was it was like she was just as guilty, let's say, but it seems like Morgan was maybe the leader and the other one was kind of the follower. And Pink says Morgan was a ringleader for sure. The other just fed into her delusion. Okay, that's what I thought. So, now granted, not saying that we're still concerned about this, but the reason I'm bringing that up is because it's like, that's why it's so shocking to me that Morgan got out in the first place against better judgment, right? Because from my understanding, it wasn't like everybody was like, oh my gosh, yes, she's ready to be out. Of course she wants to get out, right? I mean, who wouldn't, right? But And honestly, I don't know how they ran things at the psychiatric hospital. I'm guessing the group home was probably worse than the psychiatric hospital. I have no comparison. It's just my thought process. Because I imagine the group home, and when I say a prison or jail like setting, what I mean is like the rules, right? I'm sure she had lots of rules to go by in the psychiatric hospital, and she had nothing to compare it to. Maybe her short time in wherever she was being held during trial or whatever, but probably getting to the group home and dealing with like the potential for freedom and this and that, and then probably these strict rules they apply in those maybe was too much for her, and she was like, "Oh my God, forget it." But I know, right? She is giving Taylor's business, right? Hold on. So there's that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start off. We're gonna watch the press conference. It's kind of like an overview or whatever. Yeah, it's not wild. All the things y'all are naming coming out of there. There's some crazy stuff coming out of there. That's so wild. What's going on? Okay, Northwest says the group home was not very secure if the older friend was able to sneak in via a window. Oh, that's frightening. Yeah. That's absolutely frightening. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna mute you while I take a sip of my Coke Zero. Please hold. Okay, let me pull this up. What's already up? Hold on. I said, please hold. Welcome to the Soap Squad. Shooba-dooba-doo. Okay.
Where we are awaiting a press conference in Waukesha, Wisconsin. This is where Morgan Geyser, of course, was prosecuted. This is where the attempted murder case in that Slender Man horror case from years ago all took place. If you haven't heard, she was in a group home in Madison, Wisconsin, and last night she cut her bracelet off, basically her monitoring bracelet, and was apprehended a few hours later just south of Chicago in the state of Illinois. So we're waiting for more updates. There's a live look at the podium inside that.
Y'all know how I'm always talking about like that unwell look, right? So think of WrestleMania, Taylor, she business, that just something's beyond the normal, like, okay, this person just did some crazy stuff to people. There's something like even beyond that unwell. We're dealing with that again, right? Okay, she doesn't look well beyond, like, say, what her co-defendant, right? So there's that. Okay, let's keep going.
At building or inside the room in Waukesha, Wisconsin. So as soon as they take the stage, if you will, we'll head in there and see what they have to say in terms of an update. What happens next? It's what do you do now here with this young woman that basically has violated the conditions of her parole, which her advocates, including her attorney and family members, fought so hard for.
Yeah, we heard from that attorney during this time where she was missing and no one knew where she was, except for that she was with an adult acquaintance, is how it's being characterized. And her attorney taking to social media to say, turn yourself in. Looks like we may be having some movement there inside of this area there in Waukesha County. Let's listen in.
And sit on the public information officer here with Waukesha County. District Attorney Leslie Basie and Assistant District Attorney Abby Nikolai are here today to go over Morgan Geyser's procedural timeline and potential next steps here with Waukesha County. Any investigative questions you have about what happened over the weekend in Madison should be directed to Madison Police. So I will bring up District Attorney Leslie Basie first to kind of talk about her reaction to what happened with Morgan Geyser.
Thank you, Helen. And good afternoon, everyone. I just found out yesterday about the escape, Morgan Geyser escaping from her placement in Dane County. As Hillary indicated, I'm not here to talk about that investigation. My understanding is that the Dane County law enforcement is investigating her leaving her placement and what occurred after that. What we do know is that she left, she cut off her bracelet, she fled to Illinois, which is where she was arrested yesterday. Any charges, as Hillary stated, with regard to the investigation from her escape would be handled by the Dane County District Attorney's Office. We are grateful for the efforts of law enforcement, not only in Dane County, but also throughout the area, because obviously she was taken into custody in Illinois and is currently in custody in Illinois. In terms of what happens from here, there is an extraditable warrant for her arrest. We are verifying with Cook County, which currently has Ms. Geyser in their custody, as to where we go from here. Our governor's office is also in contact with the authorities to see how they can best handle getting her from Illinois back to the custody of Department of Health Services, which is whose custody she has been in since she was actually committed by the court. With regard to what happens from here, once Ms. Geyser is brought back to Waukesha County, it will be up to Department of Health Services whether they file a petition to revoke her conditional release. We are certainly hopeful that they do proceed with that. We fully support it. We support that she should be in custody. Not only should she have been in custody from 2014 forward, but also Attorney Nicolai argued vehemently for her not to be released to conditional release in, I believe it was January of this year. And therefore, we will be fully supporting a petition if one is filed. Obviously, our thoughts are with the victim and the victim's family during this time. It's unfortunate, but we found out yesterday morning about Morgan's escape. Victim witness was immediately notified of this information. The director of the victim witness unit, Jen Dunn, did reach out to the victim and her family. We were told that they had not been informed prior to Ms. Dunn reaching out to them that Morgan had escaped. And I'm able to verify that when we spoke with the victim's family, or when Ms. Dunn spoke with the victim's family at 12:20 this morning or this afternoon, they still had not been informed by any other agency other than our own that she had escaped, which is very concerning. While she was on the loose, we were very concerned about the safety of the victim and her family, as well as our community. We are continuing to assist them in this process. We are updating them. Our office is updating them as to what is happening, but that certainly was a concern that they were not notified of this in a more prompt manner. What we know is that there was a period of time between approximately 8 o'clock on Saturday evening to when she was taken into custody yesterday, in which she was not monitored by any person. She was on the loose and her whereabouts were unknown. So we take this very seriously. Our office will not get involved again in this case until a motion to revoke for conditional release is filed. We will then go back to court. We will fully support that motion and that petition to revoke her conditional release. And we will then go before a judge to make a decision on whether or not she will be returned to conditional release or whether she would be returned to institutionalized care, which is where she came from. And that's all I have at this time.
Can you file that motion to have her revoked or not?
No, the state, we cannot, Department of Health Services, her statute has to file that motion. She is in their custody.
Can you appeal to them or talk to them and request that? Or?
We are in contact with the Department of Health Services, but ultimately it is their decision.
So in March, defense attorney Tony Cotton said that a group home would have more restrictions in place than Winnebago. Was the DA's office receiving regular updates on Ms. Geyser's time at the group home? And if so, what was that day-to-day like and monitoring like?
I do not know what the monitoring was like. I don't believe that we received any updates, although I will confer with Attorney Nicolai. We did not. Obviously, he was misstating the nature of the monitoring that was taking place.
So the warrant that you're speaking of, is that issued by Dane County or the state or?
The Department of Health Services did forward that warrant to our intake judge last night, and the intake judge, from what I saw this morning, did sign that.
So it's a Waukesha County warrant?
Correct.
Through because DHS requested.
Correct, and because the case is out of Waukesha County, that's why it will come back to Waukesha County for the decision in a petition to revoke her conditional release is filed.
All right, that's a little why this is confusing because there's a criminal, is there a criminal case in Dane County then? Is that a crime to cut your bracelet off if you're not under a criminal?
Certainly, again, this is a Dane County decision. As I looked at the statute, it looks like you can escape, be charged with a felony for escaping under a 971 commitment. Also, if there was damage to the bracelet when she cut it off, which I assume that there would be, that would be a crime as well. But again, that's outside Waukesha County's purview. That would be a decision. Law enforcement in Dane County, who leads the investigation, would refer charges over if they believed it was appropriate, and the Dane County DA's office would make that decision.
So just to clarify, I apologize.
No,
so the warrant that she would be returned to Wisconsin on would be a Waukesha County warrant. She would be returned to Waukesha County in custody?
That's what I believe, because it's still under the custody of DHS. But again, this is her home county for charging purposes. Therefore, I believe she will be returned to Waukesha County.
At any point down the line, could you guys press any other charges?
Not in Waukesha unless we have jurisdiction to charge crimes that occur in Waukesha. And because she was in Dane County, they would have the jurisdiction to charge any crimes that occurred in Dane County. With regard to the conditional release, her violations of that order, which were as a result of a Waukesha County judge ordering it, that would be what would lead to a petition to revoke her conditional release.
And maybe Abby can speak to this, I'm not sure, but what is it that about her leaving as far as her being dangerous, I guess, or danger to herself or others, which was the standard, right, that the judge went by? Or at least that what he said at the time.
Right. I think that one thing that is very concerning to me is that if and when a petition is filed by the department to revoke conditional release, it will be the second one that is filed, because we were here in March on a petition to revoke conditional release already. And so it's extremely concerning that you would so blatantly violate a very, very simple condition, which is to stay in a placement and keep a bracelet on. And that we have no idea what was going on is extremely concerning to the state, because immediately my thoughts went to the victim and keeping the community safe. But as additional information is gathered, that would be the kind of facts that are put into a petition to revoke, and that would be what is litigated at that motion hearing before the court, when I'd be able to gather more information, whether there are specifics about the dangerousness. But I think those blatant acts in themselves certainly speak to the dangerousness there.
There have been reports that there was a person in custody with her, or in her presence when she was arrested.
All right, there's more of this press conference. We do have to get to our break and hit the pause button, but if I told you so was a press conference, this would be it. The district attorney's office saying they knew this would happen. That's why they tried to stop her from that conditional release.
If I told you so was a press conference, this would be it. She's got jokes. It's the truth. I mean, that's literally what I mean. They're like, we were just here doing that. I mean, come on. We didn't even get out of the gate. She hadn't even written her first letter home yet. I mean, this is the basics of the basics, right? It's like, keep your thing on. And here's the thing. If she messes around and ends up in like, I don't know if she can get prison, or I don't know how this works, but it's like, I'm assuming and guessing that of all places, whether you had the option of psychiatric hospital or prison, which one do you think you're going to want to be at? You know what I'm saying? I can't wait to watch the police interview. Okay, let's finish. Okay, let's get through this real quick, and here we go. We got about 8 minutes of this.
Stay with us.
7 Central, only Julie Grant, Morning City.
Officer, do what you have to do.
I came up from behind her. I jumped on her. I tackled her. And I stabbed her. I just want to let Ella and her family know I'm sorry. I never meant this to happen.
That was Morgan Geyser in court when she was apologizing for the Slender Man attack. Let's go back now to Waukesha County, Wisconsin, and pick up the press conference, and we'll pick up.
I've not watched it yet. This will be the first time. We're going to watch it next. I haven't watched it yet. So this is going to be interesting.
Right where we left off.
Person, where they played a role in her absconding.
We do not know any information about that person. That was information we had received, that there was a person that was outside the placement location, but I don't have any information about that at all.
But Andy, you were concerned at the earlier revocation hearing about people that were in touch with her even while she was still at Winnebago, correct? People, outside people that were contacting her, influencing her?
Right, there's a certain notoriety here that is of concern, that there are people that kind of sought her out, that there was some concern about communication with those types of individuals. We also had concern at that point with what seemed to be kind of a pushback in terms of Ms. Geyser's acknowledgement of the extent to which she'd be monitored, in terms of my reading material is going to, that didn't seem consistent with someone that was ready to make that next step in the community.
But you have no way of knowing if this person was one of those that you were concerned about, was in contact with her at that time.
I don't know.
Would all of this happening impact a future request for conditional release?
Certainly when those requests are made, I look back through the record in terms of assessments that have been done throughout the history of a case, and so I would say yes.
And just for the general public, I mean, because this isn't a sentence she was facing per se, but she still is under the control of the state. So there's leeway as to whether she is in custody or in state care in a facility or outside a facility. That's what you're talking about, trying to get her back to that previous level that she was inside Winnebago.
Right. Ultimately, if the petition to revoke conditional release were granted, she would go back to that institutional care placement, which would be a hospital facility.
Which is more secure, obviously, than
Right.
community-based facility.
Right, exactly.
Could you walk us back just for clarity again on the process of contacting the Leitner family once it was clear that Ms. Geyser disappeared?
Certainly, I can tell you that I was informed yesterday morning about Ms. Geyser escaping from her placement. Prior to me even getting notification of that, I believe Ms. Nicolai and Ms. Dunn, who's the head of victim witness, also received that notification. Immediately, Ms. Dunn contacted the victim and her family to make sure that they knew about it. They did not know anything about it. We wanted to make sure that they were safe and that they had a plan in place. And I know that Ms. Dunn has been in contact with the family pretty consistently since then, offering services And again, it was verified before we came up here that in fact, no one did contact them. Again, I would have expected that the Department of Health Services would have contacted them to let them know. Obviously, we want to safeguard her safety and the community safety, because frankly, when she's released based upon some of the evidence that came out previous hearings, we have concerns about the safety of the community as well.
Just for clarity, she was at that group home for, what was the duration? Was it September?
The judge, the final plan of placement was signed September 17th, I believe. And I'd like to take credit for knowing that. But again, Attorney Nikolai is the one who put together the timeline, and that was the time. So when she got to the facility, we're not sure, but that's when the court signed the order for the placement.
Looking back, do you wish that there would have been more communication between your office and a group home like that? Is that something maybe moving forward you would like to see?
Again, we're not, once the conditional release plan was signed, we really are not involved in the case. The people, DHS, they're the ones whose custody she has been given to. They would be the ones that would control that day to day. And again, I don't know what that communication is. It could have been a daily communication. It could have been a weekly communication. I'm not sure. You'd have to reach out to DHS to see exactly what that consists of. Again, our goal in our position is to hold people accountable. Certainly that's why Attorney Nikolai had advocated for the conditional release not to be granted, because that was part of the accountability and keeping our community safe.
Do you feel like there should be some mechanism to notify families in a case like this?
Absolutely. I've reached out to already some legislative personnel to see if we can address that issue. I think that that's wrong.
Any other final questions?
Thank you very much.
The district attorney there in Waukesha County confirming that they don't know yet, in terms of the Waukesha County officials, who that adult was with the 23-year-old.
Well, let's just find out. Okay, let me get my blanket. Hold on one second. Hold on, please hold. Your call is important. Goodness, Bandit, I hope y'all are okay. That sounds terrible. I hope he pulls through. My gosh. Sorry, I had to get the blankie. I was burning up in here earlier, y'all. And I had to turn the fan on over here. So this like half of my body over here is freezing cold now. But I don't want to turn it off because I'll instantly get hot. Okay. Now let's do this. Let's find... Just call me Kim, since that's not the PP blanket. No, I only keep this one up here. They got like the real blanket, like the real downstairs on the sofa blanket, like even worse, right? That is so funny. Oh my God, I love it. Okay. Although there's no it could be a PP blanket, I'm unaware of it, right? Okay, let me find the next one real quick. Okay, please hold. So let's watch. Oh goodness. Oh goodness. Body cam shows arrest of Slender Man. I did something really wrong. Oh, okay. This is gonna be good. Okay, hold on. All right, I forgot that one. Is it shibbity dibby 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 da 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 da. Okay. Prepare yourself.
I advise them that Robins, I don't know if they're able to like sleep in their lobby because they used to do that before, but they said they did this one. Yeah,
Yeah. I didn't know what it looked like. I'm right. So I was calling to see, and they did somewhere but a light.
Yeah, and the thing is, there ain't a lot of shelters. that's what's crazy. Is they find shelters for other people, but they don't.
Yeah, because I'm out for food.
Okay, hold on, y'all. Let's go back over here. So the situation we have, let's get on the same page here. It's mostly for me. So okay, there we go. We're at a gas station. This seems to be Morgan and whoever this person is that was with, I don't know. And then the worker maybe called 911 or something. So that seems to be what's going on. They have all this stuff. So I guess she like really did just run away.
Yeah, because I'm out for food. But I couldn't leave them out here. So I'm like, I know what to do. So I was like, just let me call and see if y'all know something. I told them I believe Madison a lot of vacancies here.
Where you guys are from?
From South.
South? Like how far?
Not that far. We're not living anywhere. We'll be fine tonight.
Okay, I just want to make sure you guys are warm.
We're fine.
You sure?
I appreciate it.
No problem. I just want to make sure you guys have someone place warm to stay.
No, we're all good.
How old are you?
I'm 23.
23?
Yeah.
How old is he?
She's transgender.
Oh, how old is she? 23? Okay.
I don't have my ID, but.
All right, well, give him your name and date of birth, but you just got to make sure you're saying who you are, you say you are, okay? You're not missing them and stuff, okay?
Okay, first of all, do the cops know at this point who, like, I know he's saying, like, give me your ID, we want to see who you are. But do they know at this point? Because there's so many police officers here. I mean, this almost seems like it's a trespassing call, right? Like, I'm trying to figure out, like, why are all these officers here for this situation right here? Now, Morgan over here talking about, oh, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. She was dying right now, okay? Right? So they don't know. The cops have no idea who this is. Can you imagine when they found out? Right? Oh my gosh. Okay. They didn't know until she finally told. Okay. That's crazy. Okay. Because I thought they were just like entertaining her. Like when I was like, saw a little blip of it, I was like, oh, they're just pretending like they don't know her. Okay, here we go.
No problem. Thank you for calling. Because I don't believe you're 23. That's why. Okay? And we got called here for a call. So just be honest. I want to make sure that you're not missing. As long as you're not missing, you can go on your way. Are you missing from somewhere? Then just give me your name and date of birth and you can be on your way.
Yeah, I'm 19.
Huh?
I'm 19.
19?
Yeah.
That's fine. You're still an adult. So
Yeah. So what's your last name? No way.
I don't want to give you my name.
okay, well then we're gonna arrest you and take you an ID. We're gonna hold you an ID at the station for fingerprints. So you don't want to obstruct an officer. Give me your name and date of birth. You're not wanted for murder, right?
Right.
Well then you ain't gonna have a problem with us. I promise you. Okay?
Literally, kind of, sort of, yeah. You're not wanted for murder, are you? Oh my god. That's why it almost seems like they know. I know, right? Double helix is the irony, right? Like, well, first of all, he's like, I don't believe you're 23. I thought he thought she was older. Oh, God, this is crazy. This is crazy. This would happen to me though. If I was her, this would happen to me right here. This is how this would go down. They'd be like, where'd they finally catch him? And they'd be like, have you heard of Bucky's? Honey, he cut that bracelet off and made a beeline to the first damn Bucky's. Didn't even get outside, covered head to toe in that barbecue. They wouldn't have to look hard for me, honey. They would have caught me. They would have caught me in the first 30 damn minutes. Okay. Okay, here we go.
you're making it a bigger deal than it is. It is.
Which?
Transgender. So just get her name, his name.
You ready with you? No. Were you ever issued an ID? Or anywhere?
Yeah.
You were? Okay. What state were you issued an ID out of? Okay.
Mine was issued out of Wisconsin.
Okay. And what's your last name?
Robertson.
Spell that.
You have a middle initial?
Okay. What's your date of birth?
No, Robert.
Oh, Robertson. Okay.
Sorry, great. Yeah, that's it. G-R-I-E-S.
You said you what? It's your real name, right? Right. It's not a big deal. You'll be on your way, okay?
L-E-S.
Okay. You have
Last name George Robert Idolf Edward Sam. First name Stephanie Sam Tom Edward Paul.
I put it back on normal play speed because there's so much going on here. Okay, now, first of all, can somebody from that area help us out here? What is the temperature? Is it that cold? I mean, are we talking like it's like in the negative or whatever? Because it seems to me like maybe the call was made because it was like, who are these people? It's freezing cold outside. I mean, they look like they're like literally like shaking, freezing south of Chicago. So it's like cold, right? I mean, it's like freezing cold up there. I mean, Audrey says she's getting like snow. Right, here we go.
Henry, Madeline, Nora, Ida, Edward, date of birth, April 16, 2002, female.
I have no idea, Tucky.
One run here is my car. Right there.
It's out of Wisconsin.
You're still running in Wisconsin, maybe do work. I mean, unless you want to do it over there, that's even easier. Hey, what's up, bud?
Yeah, that's what I was trying to do. Can we do something wrong?
No, we just got called here for a service call. So well, now you did something wrong because it's coming back no record on files, and that means you're lying to us about your name. Okay. So now that's obstructing. I'm gonna give you one more chance before we're gonna take you in custody and fingerprint you. Okay. So just be honest. It's not a big deal. You're making it a bigger deal.
Edward Robert Tom Sam Nora. First name is Charles. Third initial I'm married. Date of birth 12/17/1983. Should have a
Give me your real name.
ID for the
Okay. Because if he comes back, no record on file.
Okay, wait, help me out. How old is Morgan really 19 years old? And then how old is the other person? I mean, is the other person like a full-grown adult? Even though I know technically if Morgan's 19, she's technically an adult, but so Morgan is 23 and 43. Okay. So was she said 23 at first, and then she said I'm 19. So she's 22. Okay. So 43. Okay, yeah, that's okay. There's a lot going on here. Okay.
Also, which I hope he doesn't, because that means both of you are lying. I'm gonna take you both in for fingerprints. Okay? Don't make us do all that. We just want to send you on your way. No, you can't.
Wisconsin as well, Charles Roberts.
You guys wanted for something?
Charles unmarried.
Why are you hiding your name? I don't understand.
But you didn't come back either. Even out of Wisconsin.
I just don't want my identity out there.
Okay.
It's just personal preference.
Okay. You can have that preference, but we're going to have that preference of taking you in and fingerprinting you. Okay? That's what we're going to do.
Is there any way to avoid that?
Yeah, give us your right name, date of birth, and then we can go on our way. We don't want to mess with you. We don't want to take you in a fingerprint. But if that's what I have to do, I have to make sure you're not wanted for anything, no homicides or anything like that. That's it.
I can promise you that much, and I know it. I
don't know you, and you don't know me.
I know.
Okay. So
Just gotta identify
give your
who you
name.
are, that's it.
Make sure you ain't wanted for no warrants, and then you're good. Stephanie, one last chance. This is your last opportunity.
So let's try this again.
I don't know what you're so scared about.
Here, what's your last name?
So
I didn't break the
Can we
law.
please let her go? So
you did by lying to the officer.
and you guys are loitering.
Trial statute
You're
of
loitering.
false identification at this moment, which is a Class A misdemeanor that's a arrestable offense. Therefore, you can be placed under arrest for that. Both of you, because you lied and you lied. And give me your real name.
We got dispatched here because you guys are loitering in the back of the business. It's not like we.
And there's signs posted, there's no loitering. Okay?
I'm sorry.
Okay, so it's not a big deal. What is your name? Don't make us arrest you and do all this extra stuff that we don't need to do.
We have other stuff to worry about.
I know. We got way more serious things to worry about than this. But we got called here. It ain't like we just walked up and started messing with you.
And not only that, but when we print you, it could take a day,
2 days.
2 days until your prints come back before we can. So you'll be in our custody until we can release you. If you want to sit in the cell all day, that's fine.
And your prints might come back before him. So then that means that he would still stay at the station and you might get released. You might as well just avoid all of that and tell us your real names.
Look, if you want to stay in a cell for 3 days, by all means, we'll go this route.
I'm going to her thing. At this point, we're just going to detain her.
Put your hands on your back.
Please let her go.
Then
Please let her go.
Then give them your name.
I did something wrong.
What did you
She
do
doesn't
wrong?
know what I did.
Okay, that's fine. I ain't.
Let me talk to you over here. Okay, I'll here. I'll put you
What
back.
what is it that you did wrong?
I did something really wrong.
What?
47 and Cicero.
What did you do wrong?
47 and Cicero. By the 500
It's not that.
Charlie X-ray
Nothing. It can't be that serious.
Charlie X-ray 3727.
That wasn't.
Bro, it's that serious. Okay. This is like, literally, y'all, the irony of this is so crazy. It can't be that serious. What is it? Buckle up, buddy. You have literally no idea. Now, granted, they know Riverland. Oh, okay. Yeah, I know that. Okay, that's wild. Yeah, Caleb, I want to go. I'd love to do a drive-by on that. Not a literal drive-by, but you know what I'm saying. Okay, so the cops obviously know, right? Because if this was a normal loitering situation, unless they were wanting to go, like, say, get through, 3 hots in a cot type situation. It's the middle of winter or whatever, right? But the cops know, obviously, like, this is a no-brainer. Like, what's your name and you can go on your way. That's all we have to do is clear you. So clearly something is up by not giving it to us, right? And obviously, oh my God, she didn't do anything wrong. I did something really bad. What is it? It can't be that bad. Oh my gosh. Okay, here we go.
Okay, well, you agree.
And what is your name? What's happening? We don't want problems with you, okay? We just need to ID you. That's it.
Okay.
What did you have wrong?
4 or 5 days, maybe even a week. See
What?
if come back. Okay. Unless it's what you
She
want
doesn't
to
know my real name.
Okay. Well,
But
give him your real
you can give
name.
me your
Don't tell
information.
him.
I don't care about her rights. They're dealing with you. Okay. Can't give you information.
Okay, wait, time out. Is she lying? I mean, is Morgan lying when she's like, oh, she doesn't know my real name or whatever? Is she making that up? Because I'm seeing some people saying that the other person was sneaking into Morgan's group home. So wouldn't they know who Morgan was? Or is Morgan completely making all this up right now? She's saying he didn't know, but he's been sneaking with her facility. She was sneaking him on the window. See, that's what I was thinking too. So she's totally lying, right? Okay. Got it. Yes, Asia. Okay.
Why? Why can't you give me information? What's wrong with So he says he just can't give me his information.
Okay, so it's taken in custody.
MORGAN
And then your last name?
GEYSER.
G-U, what is it?
GEYSER. I promise she did not know.
G-E-Y-S.
So she gave the real name, okay.
And then what's your date of birth?
May 16th, 2002.
So Morgan is your first name, right?
Yes.
G-E-Y-S-E.
No.
Let me say goodbye, please.
Okay, we will.
I will never see her again.
Yeah, you will.
No, I won't.
304.
Why?
If I did something bad, let me say goodbye.
We will let you say goodbye, but just stand by until we figure out what's going on. Okay?
You
I
promise.
promise. I'll let you say goodbye.
No matter what I did?
Yeah, no matter.
Last name.
That's my word, okay? Okay? You're being honest with me.
I'm being honest, that's my name. Trust me, I didn't want to give it to you.
Okay.
You'll see why in a second. But she didn't know my name. She didn't know my name. Not my name. Didn't call it
How's the battery?
Huh? Hold on. What is it? Is that your real name? It didn't come back.
That's my real name.
What's your middle initial?
E.
E?
Trust me. I
Is that your real birthday?
Yes, May 16th, 2002.
You got E as that Edward?
No.
Okay, middle initial.
I'm giving a 59 for meal, so what about 119 in our house?
You can
She
put
said
them in.
E, right?
Yeah, E.
304.
Sorry, I forgot to unmute. Northwest said, Google me. Literally, I'm waiting for them to come back and be like, are they in cuffs? Immediately cuff this person, right? I'm just like, literally Google them. Because the irony, like, and I don't know the story about the other person, if they're violent, whoever this is, but it's like they're cuffing this other person up. Morgan's in here just like walking around. I'm like, hello, you've got the Slender Man killer. Okay. Like just freely walking around. And it's almost like they didn't believe, like they had no idea. But she's like, I did something really bad. And it's like almost like they didn't believe it. Like, what could it be? Hold my beer. Your mouth's getting ready to be on the floor. Right. And your mouth is getting ready to be on the floor. Okay, here we go.
Well, all you understand the situation, so.
I didn't know, I'm sorry.
Number 314, Morgan E. Geyser,
Go ahead and put your hand in.
You said I could say
I will
goodbye.
let you. You guys going to the same place, okay?
I promise you didn't know.
Okay.
Yeah, she'll probably get
We'll get you warm, okay? Have you ate?
What?
Have you ate anything? All right, hold on a second. Is your ID in your purse? Honestly.
It is. I know you will. It's not.
Okay. Well, we're gonna go through it.
Give me, I was a 1037 vehicle.
Try to get mid-low.
Get the car wash in the 145 block of Cicero. Great, I'll get you picking up.
Hey, Ronnie, take these bags since you got gloves. Try to find an ID in her purse. She said she doesn't have one. I think she's saying that it's really, really bad. So the only really thing bad is you'll never see me again. Is I hope she didn't commit a homicide. But the way she's talking, she's saying that that's really, really bad.
All right. Homeless couple's guidebook.
Yeah, what if he was like, there's just a bunch of pictures of Slender Man in here?
Okay, well, I think that was the start of it. You got a flashlight, bro?
Do I got a flashlight? Yeah, I got a flashlight. Go through this one for ID. Let's just do it back at the station so that it's warm. Put all that back in the thing.
This is their stuff, right?
Did you drop your pen?
No, that's not mine.
Someone's pen's over there.
Yeah, that's his. Whoever it was.
Back at the station.
Put this in your front here, right? Another man.
You want them at the scene or
Station.
the station?
Station.
So let's just charge them also because of the cannabis, everything.
Yeah, for sure. They had cannabis on them, so they're going for that too.
Okay, hold on. Keep this up. Okay, hold on. Let's find the next thing. Okay, let's talk about before we go to the next thing. Y'all, I would have wanted to go through the book bag. I mean, I know it's their job, like they, you know what I'm saying, they're like prep for that, but I'm thinking like, like I get, like, I mean, in my mind, I guess like, what were they gonna do? Was this gonna be like a Bonnie and Clyde type situation? Like, Northwest says the cops got them the Charlie special at Wendy's. I still haven't moved past the fact that K-Love got to go by Charlie's house and see it. Wait, Elaine says, hey, Paul, my American friend, hope you have a great Thanksgiving. Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you, Elaine. Thank you for the super chat, and thank you for the warm Thanksgiving wishes. That's really sweet. Hello, and hello over there at Scotland. They're going to Nashville. I wonder what was in Nashville. Maybe they're like, we've got a country album that we're going to try and sell and promote. Okay, so yes, that was crazy. Okay, so let's see. The next video is about neighbors talking about the group home that they had concerns about. Clearly, right? She was like, I want to do just like Loretta did. I want to stop at all the radio stations on our way to Nashville, promote this new album. Okay, hold on. Please hold. And she was like, do you mind if I go in there and get one of those chili dogs before you put me in the back seat? They'd be like, if it was me, they would be like, it looks like you have some like already dripping down your shirt. Like, I know. I've already had two. They're so good though. I'm not going to have one for a long time. Here we go.
Tucked away in this quiet Southwest Madison neighborhood.
So, do you remember the Slender Man? I say, yes, I remember it.
Neighbors are learning who lives just steps away from their front doors.
I got surprised. Because I didn't expect something of that magnitude to happen. And it did.
Ricardo Gandolfo has lived in this neighborhood for 4 decades. He says in the last couple of years, he learned an adult group home was across the street and said,
hold on. Caleb said the album was called What's Called Volume 1. 12 bangers. Oh my God. Okay, y'all. I mean, and I don't know why I thought that this is more of like a facility and not just a legit house in a random neighborhood. This is insane that they sent her to this. I am shocked that they this is crazy. This is crazy. Okay.
As he would have liked to know Morgan Geyser was one of its residents.
I do wish that, because that way at least I have some information and I could have a say about who is moving around, if it's going to be a halfway home.
Geyser's been at Yo-Yo Quality Care Group Home on Cronky Drive since this summer. It's a home where people on conditional release go, monitored by the Department of Health Services. DHS records show the home is run by Zamzam Hussein and has been operating since at least 2021, according to Wisconsin business filings. Last year, Yo-Yo Quality Care was cited by the state for several violations found inside the home, including holes in the walls and dirty air vents. Records also indicate that 2 residents of the home had incomplete paperwork. Neighbors also tell us they've seen police a number of times in the last few years at the group home. Do you think that they should still be operating this home moving forward?
I would love to see the house being occupied by a family with children, so to keep this neighborhood kind of quiet.
Yo-Yo Quality isn't the only adult group home Hussein is running in Madison. DHS records show Hussein also operates Dominion Home and Buckeye Home, neither of which have state violations at this time. We tried speaking with Hussein, the group home operator, Monday to find out why Geyser was able to escape so easily. She didn't answer the door at the group home or her own home. We also called her cell phone, but never heard back. And while the future for Geyser remains uncertain, neighbors say she shouldn't be allowed back.
If she escaped once, she's going to do it again. So that being said, I think she's going to have to be in a more secure place than here. This being, to me, is not secure at all.
In Madison, Jenna Ray.
I mean, come on, right? He's not far from the truth there. So, wow. Okay. Yeah, I was not expecting this to be just a random house. I'm like, well, no wonder. So I'm like, this is like just like you see a rehab in the neighborhoods and stuff like that. Like, I didn't know. Yeah, I didn't know. I thought this was some completely different situation. So yeah, this probably wasn't hard at all. No wonder she was having the person sneak in and all this crazy stuff, right? Yeah, this is wild. Yeah, I think a lot of it comes down to how the person, like whoever, how are they running it? You know what I'm saying? Because I bet there are some nice ones out there, and you know, she probably didn't have a hard time. I mean, you could just she could just come and go, you know. Okay, let's see another thing. Hold on. Please help. Let's find the next one. Okay, so hold on.
Illinois, awaiting extradition back to Wisconsin. She was in a group home after a Waukesha County judge granted her conditional release earlier this year.
So on Saturday, Madison police say she cut off her ankle monitor and then left the home with what they're calling an adult acquaintance. The two left on a bus. They were then found loitering outside a truck stop in Posen, Illinois. That is where she was taken back into custody last night. New this afternoon, Geyser's attorney Tony Cotton spoke to Inside Edition earlier.
He says he's concerned about her health now that she's in jail.
Going on the run, so to speak, seems like sort of a harebrained idea that somebody probably put in her head. Morgan has treatment needs that are not best addressed in the jail, and she's in a jail right now. So I don't imagine she's doing well being there.
TMJ4's two Waukesha County reporters have.
Well, she probably ain't going to escape the jail. I'm just saying, right? Now, here's the other thing, too. She's going to get a taste of what, because, I mean, I don't know where she was being held in the original situation. I mean, she's 12 years old. So was she being held at a jail, but like in the youthful area or whatever? Because I guess what I'm getting at is if she doesn't really have a comparison of like jail to psychiatric hospital to group home, you see what I mean? Because it's almost like, and now granted, it was 40 years in the psychiatric hospital. I'm sure she was definitely like, hey, I want to get out of here. Anybody would be. But, you know, she just blew her chances of really ever. I mean, you're pulling this stunt right out of the gate and something this over the top. No. Nope. Okay, here we go. Hold on.
Been chasing down this story all day. Kaylee Starro live at the Waukesha County Courthouse with updates from the district attorney.
While our Rebecca Clough is in Posen, Illinois at the truck stop where Geyser was found on Sunday night.
Now, before we get to them, TMJ4's Megan Lee joining us. She has just confirmed new information about the person who was traveling with Morgan Geyser.
And so, Megan, what have you learned?
Yeah, I just confirmed with the Posen Police Department that 43-year-old Chad Mecca from Janesville was with Morgan Geyser at the truck stop in Illinois. According to the police report, Mecca and Geyser were found sleeping behind the truck stop Sunday night. Both reportedly told police that they took a bus from Wisconsin to Chicago. Then from Chicago, they walked to the south side and got on a bus to Posen when they ran out of money. The police report shows the two of them met at a church in Madison. Geyser reportedly told police Mecca would climb through her window at the group home and sneak in since they weren't allowed to see each other. The two then decided to run away with each other, headed to Nashville, Tennessee. Chad Mecca was charged with criminal trespass and obstructing identification. Live in the newsroom, Megan Lee.
Hold on. This one, sorry everybody. Hold on. This is a portion of one. Hold on 1 second.
Moved to a group home.
So sorry.
Back in custody Monday, Geyser was taken to the county courthouse in Markham. It appears reality hits her at this point as she sobbed for more than a minute while alone in the squad car.
So sorry. I wish I had it.
Geyser is set to face a judge tomorrow for an extradition hearing. In the meantime, the Waukesha County District Attorney today says that she is highly concerned the victim's family was never notified of Geyser's escape by anyone but their office. In Posen tonight.
Yeah, I don't blame them. That's pretty concerning. Okay, let's see here. We did that one. Hold on, I'm just finding. Person over. Okay, let's see. Let's come over here. The share. Yeah, the crying was giving performative. Like without seeing like just a little, just that little like clip of it. I'm like, are we sure she wasn't practicing what she was going to do in court? It makes it like, me too. It's like, who? Okay, again, I've said, if you watch me talk about this other night, I'll say it 100 times. Might go and watch this down the next when we're done here. Okay, if you've ever seen Girl Interrupted with Angelina Jolie and Winona Ryder, if you haven't, immediately go watch it after this. Okay, so basically one narrative storyline in it is Angelina Jolie's character, and essentially towards the end of it, Winona eats her up and kind of sums her up or whatever by being like, almost like this, like, and they're in like a group home, a psychiatric hospital, whatever, for, is it for women? I think so. I can't remember. But basically Angelina Jolie's character is almost like institutionalized. Like she only wants to operate in the parameters that are given. If that makes sense, like she only knows how to rebel against rules. And to me, that's what Morgan seems like. She seems like that character. You know what I mean? Where it's just like she has to be in that bubble or whatever. It's on Tubi currently. Yeah, it is good. It is good. Okay, but Morgan reminds me of Angelina Jolie's character. Angelina's character was a sociopath in that movie. Okay, yeah. Yeah, Girl Interrupted. That was like just classic performances from Angelina. Winona, who played the girl with the eating thing that ate the chickens and with the dad. You know what I'm talking about? She's the real actress has since passed. Yeah, Defiant. Oh, I bet the book is amazing. Okay, hold on, let's play this. Wait, am I sharing it already? No, hold on. Brittany Murphy. Yes. Brittany Murphy.
Of Mecca in the back of the squad car right before police released him out of custody. And tonight, the APC station in Madison reports a person identifying themselves as the person arrested with Geyser, calling their newsroom saying that they're leaving Madison with Geyser and that was the best way to keep her safe. Now, here's part of that phone call.
I did not find this out until mid-morning yesterday, already in Chicago.
Find out what?
He ran because of me.
Well, Mecca, who also goes by Charlie, says the pair met at a church and formed a strong friendship. Mecca says Geyser wanted to escape because she was worried the group home she was living at would not let them visit each other.
She sobbed. She's like, they'll take away our visitation, Charlie. Please, you, and you're my best friend. And, you know that before you showed up, I was ready to drink bleach and just all this stuff. And the thing of it is, she already made it clear if I didn't go with her or not, she was still going, and she was not going back to jail. And I know what that means. At the end of the day, I followed what I thought was right, and I stand by it.
Now, the police report says Mecca and Geyser were trying to make it to Nashville, Tennessee. Officers released Mecca with a citation notice. Mecca's court date is scheduled for January 15th.
Huh? What? How did she ever get out? Now, granted, we're just going based on what Mecca was saying. So we don't know if this is true, whatever. I was going to drink bleach before you showed up. I'm not going back. I know what that means. I mean, how did she ever even get out? I almost want to go back and look at the hearings again, because correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't everybody against her getting out for obviously good reason? I mean, this is insane. And I guess what I'm getting at is like the emotional desperation that is being described of Morgan. Okay. Because it's like, this is not a sound person. This level of desperation to doing this, while it might have been, oh, Kiki Kaka, we're going to Nashville. I still want to know what was in Nashville. I'm dying to know. Right? What was in Nashville? Like, what was up there? or what was there, whatever. But I'm kind of just speechless over it. Yeah, it was good. Yeah, agent says them two should not be hanging out. We'll do something nuts. That's the thing. It's just like, okay, I ran away. Blah, 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 blah. What happens when you get hungry enough? You know what I'm saying? Like, did she accomplish anything in the hospital? Clearly not, right? I'm just like, again, there's a lot going on there. Now it makes me want to know how her friend's doing. Because you don't hear it. See, this is the thing, this is kind of how it should be. So her friend, meaning the co-defendant, not a word about her, right? She's probably doing what she's supposed to be doing and probably like, you know what I mean? Like whatever, on the mend. I don't know. Wow. Wow. This is just like, whoa. Holy, yeah, Arrested Development. Co-defendant is doing well, living with parents. Yeah, see, and she's over here sleeping outside of Bucky's. Oh yeah, yeah. Morgan wasn't really there. Well, you can even tell the way that she talks, like when she was dealing with the police and stuff like that, where she was just like, I don't know how to describe it. There's just something, I don't know. There's just something there. Like I could almost see Morgan. Well, she did. This is allegedly just based on like what we've heard, very superficial level say, but the Chad person or whatever their name is, I mean, clearly Morgan's what, half their age. She's manipulating them, probably vice versa, you know, with the emotional manipulative of I'm not going back. Yeah, find a 40-year-old sleeping in the window. Imagine sneaking. I mean, it's like, you know, it's a group home. And then number two, and like the neighbor said, how are they getting in the house? There's so much wrong with this entire scenario, right? There's so much going on. But you heard him say she's in jail. So she's getting a taste of, and she ain't coming back out for a long time. I hope it was worth it. I hope she had fun. I hope she went inside and got some of that chili dog from that place, got something good. It's going to be a minute. Wow. And here's the other thing too. So here, let's go look at this last one here. Because going back to the victim, so the victim in the case was 12, but was their friend, 12 years old. Imagine, number one, 12 years old. You're doing a spend the night. Your friends take you into the woods and stab you 19 times. Do you know the PTSD, the trust issues, all the stuff that you would have from there on out? You know what I mean? Like, that would be so crazy. So then you're sitting here like, number one, they didn't go to prison. They got this. Yeah, it wasn't a Bucky's. I was joking earlier when I said if that had been me, they would have caught me at a Bucky's. You know what I'm saying? I would have beelined at the Bucky's. I don't know what gas station she was. I don't know what the gas station was. They were outside. But yeah. So yeah, I don't know if Bucky's is up north or not. Okay, let's look at this from the victim. Please hold. Your call is currently important to us.
being held here in Cook County at the jail, but she will soon be on her way back to Waukesha, Wisconsin. In court this morning, she signed paperwork waiving an extradition hearing. It has been a whirlwind couple of days for Morgan Geyser. Police in Posen took her into custody after finding her and a companion sleeping on the sidewalk outside a gas station Sunday evening. They captured video of Geyser and her companion with their body cameras.
I don't want to give you my name.
Authorities say Geyser cut off the ankle monitoring device the day before and escaped the group home she was staying at in Madison, Wisconsin. That prompted a nationwide manhunt. Geyser's companion told our Milwaukee affiliate by phone that she was determined to escape.
She already made it clear if I didn't go with her or not, she was still going, and she was not going back to jail.
Geyser was 12 years old in 2014 when she and an accomplice lured a classmate into the woods in Waukesha, where Geyser stabbed her 19 times. The victim, Peyton Leitner, managed to survive. She told ABC's David Muir in 2019 she was not concerned about her attackers anymore.
No, because if they ever come near me, they're going right back in. When they get out, I don't think it's going to change my life at all.
Geyser spent most of her sentence in a mental health institution before being placed in a group home earlier this year. It was a move authorities opposed, and the Waukesha County District Attorney today said she hopes Geyser will be returned to the institution. In a statement, she says her alleged actions this past weekend only reinforce our position that a conditional release is not appropriate at this time. Legal experts say Geyser's choice not to fight extradition could work in her favor.
There may be the slightest advantage to cooperating, because one of the things she's going to have to convince the state of Wisconsin of is that she should be released back to a community home, not a mental institution.
Though her companion was charged with criminal trespass and obstructing identification, Morgan Geyser faces no charges here in Illinois. So once Wisconsin authorities pick her up to transport her back there, the case is over in Illinois. At 26th in California, John Garcia, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
I mean, so yeah, there's a lot going on. So I guess these are the questions that I have here from like moving forward with it. Is number one, so at bare minimum, she's going to go back to the psychiatric hospital, right? Is there, I guess what I'm getting at is this. There's no way, unless they charge her with escape or something, that she's going to get be like, okay, well, you messed up. You're going to jail now or prison. It's like she was sentenced to a psychiatric hospital. So that's where she's going. Y'all see what I'm saying? So, I mean, I guess it's like worst case scenario for her is they send her back to the mental institute. It's whatever it is, the psychiatric hospital, prison only if new charges are filed. Okay. And that would be in the state. I think this is what they were saying earlier. The state that she's in, Wisconsin, wherever she's at right now. Wait, hold on. So she went there. So this is where it gets tricky. What state did she leave from? They were in Illinois. They escaped from Wisconsin, right? Hey, Diva. See, this is where I'm confused at. They caught her in Chicago. And she escaped from Wisconsin, right? Only if Wisconsin files escape. Okay. And so they do escape, she could get jail time, but then maybe have to go back to the psychiatric hospital to serve out the sentence. It's complicated. It is complicated. I mean, she's just, it's, and then to see the breakdown in the system with the group home of like not notifying, not doing this, not doing that. So yeah, she's going to go back to that. Yeah, she probably needs, and I don't know how she was doing in the hospital. I mean, clearly the only person from what I'm hearing from y'all is that wanted her out was her attorney, right? So I feel like if she is in some situation where there are like, these are the rules, these are your medications, this is what you do at 8 a.m., this is what you do at whatever, she would probably do okay. But then, I mean, look at where, I mean, left to her own devices, she didn't make it, what? I mean, a couple of months, maybe? You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever situation she has going on with her mental health mixed with whatever else. Now, also, I mean, again, I don't know the situation, but I'm thinking this. When they showed that picture of them sleeping out by the gas station, I'm like, I probably would have picked, like, why are you? I mean, obviously, it's like, well, there's a bathroom there and stuff like that. But I'm like, if you're on the run, I feel like I might not have slept on the sidewalk at the gas station. Maybe they were asking for money, though. Like, I don't know the surroundings. And it was freezing cold, but I'm like, maybe like the woods would have been a little better. You know what I'm saying? Like, because obviously look how it ended. And they were just like right there. I mean, it's like on the pavement or the sidewalk thing. Color pencil cat says they learned nothing from The Fugitive 1993 with Harrison Ford. You know what I was watching? Maybe the bus dropped them there. Oh yeah, you know what? Yeah, I didn't even think about that. You're probably right, Northwest. I was watching Die Hard, the original one today. I've been watching those old Christmas movies like that. Well, I call it Christmas movie. And Bruce Willis, God bless him, he's not doing well. And it's just funny to look at the different timelines or whatever. And like, because in that movie, he was pretty buff. And I was like, oh, in today's standards with stuff, it's just funny how things are so different. But seeing him, and I was like, I haven't watched a Bruce Willis movie in forever, right? Watch the interrogation video. You'll say, I'm Jill. And Mike said, oh, which interrogation video, agent? Like the old one or a new one that came out with this? Seventh Heaven makes a good point, pardon me. Seventh Heaven says maybe they felt safe being in the floodlight. The streets are scary. That's a good point. The old one. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, he was good. Bruce Willis is good. Yeah, and Deidre says, I feel sorry for the other people in the group home. They're not getting the care they need. It makes you wonder, literally, like, they've got all lives in that group home. They didn't want her out there to begin with. And you heard him saying, like, DHS, DHS has them now. So it's like, oh, thanks, Middletown. I appreciate that. They didn't want her there. When the news reporter was like, if I told you so was a press conference, this would be a 100%. They don't want her there. They told them, this is not going to end well, and it didn't. And the lawyer there, she's not getting the care she needs in jail. Well, honey, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. You can rest assured she wasn't getting it on the sidewalk in front of the gas station either, with a chili dog running down her shirt, right? Like, I mean, let's just call a spade a spade. I get he's wanted to be her lawyer and get her to the best situation possible, and cool, great. Anybody would want that. But this is somebody who's probably just going to need long-term care, long-term rules, long-term medication, long-term life skills, the whole 9 yards. Because again, I just keep going back to like what the Chad person was saying, where they're like, how attached that, guys or what's his name, Morgan got. And I'm just like, well, how long had they known each other? They met at a church. And then, she's willing to like take her life. I mean, and I'll bet for Morgan, I mean, because think about this, like, so starting at age 12, Morgan pulls this, so who knows what was going on beforehand, right? And so then she pulls a stunt, they get locked up, whatever, they go through this whole situation. She's been, I mean, what do you call it, institutionalized, and these whatever. I mean, that's all she knows, really. She's 22, so like, let's say 10 years. She's edging up on being in the institutions of some variety longer than she's been in the free world. And honestly, I mean, from what she's known, I mean, think about your first 12 years of life versus the last 10. So yeah, she'll be lucky if they don't press charges and they just send her back to the hospital she came from. And I mean, and again, she's going to be there for years, if not decades, before they would even consider letting her out. And I can already hear the prosecution now. They're like, that's why we wanted to send him to prison. 100%. That's what they're thinking. With Morgan especially. Now again, I think they recognized of the two, and I'm talking about Morgan, her co-defendant, that the other one was more of like she did something horrible as well, but Morgan's running the show. So yeah. Oh, Northwood says this Morgan's is identified as female still, or she might not be. I don't know. Yeah, I bet when Morgan's in the hospital, they've got her on some heavy stuff. Because some of the court appearances, she seems to be way more, and just subdued or like tranquilized, whatever. But also, she probably wasn't taking. I mean, I can't imagine she had medication on the street, and that's where like the unraveling was probably going to take place, because it's just like, what do you do? All you've known is like institutions. You've cut your ankle monitor off and you're on the run with some random 43-year-old. Between the two of you, you ran out of money on the way to Nashville. You're sleeping outside a gas station. I mean, where do you go from here? Back to jail. I would love. Okay, so my money is on. Was Chad the name of the other person? My money is that Chad doesn't show up for the other thing. Right? Because now it's almost like, well, they'll get a warrant out for their arrest if they don't show up. But I mean, Chad seems to be, what do you call it? Like when you move around or whatever. Transient. I'm sorry. The turkey is kicking my butt. I think Chad was like 40, 43. And correct me if I'm wrong, was Chad homeless? Or were they running away from someplace too? Imagine she ended up back up in the same group home. I'd be like, honey, I'm done. The neighbors are just, they've been complaining about it at the HOA meeting. Now they've got the pitchforks. Chad was homeless. Okay. So yeah, this is not the best situation, right? Yeah, no car, no Joe. Yep. So they were just, this was never, I mean, we saw how this was going to end on some level. Honestly, it could have ended worse. Yeah, I sat here. I had leftovers. I had one of those pecan pies, with all that creamy, like, I don't know what's in it. So good. Turkey, ham, all the stuff. Yeah, Kayla brings up a good point. It says group home didn't have cameras to see the window climbing movements. Yeah, I wonder that is a good point. Yeah, does anybody know what's up with Morgan's parents? For me, hey Aaron, how's it going? Yeah, does anybody know what's up with her parents? Yeah, that's my thought too, Seventh Heaven. Like if this got desperate enough and somebody else ended up killed. Excuse me. Northwest says that the group home was designed to support disabled adults, not criminal types. Okay. She never went back to her parents. So yeah, I wonder if they have any contact with her. The dad has passed, the mom's out of the picture. So yeah, this is all around very unfortunate situation here. So she has nobody, it sounds like. Morgan's father has severe mental illness. Okay. This is all starting to come together. So the father had some form of a mental illness situation, and he's passed, from what I'm understanding from y'all saying, and the mother's out of the picture. Dad had mental health issues too, and was in and out of hospitals, and mom took care of him and didn't pay much attention. Okay. So, yeah, this paints a picture here. And if she was correct me if I'm wrong. Is Morgan diagnosed with full blown schizophrenia, or was she diagnosed with? I felt like it said something like a pre. I just don't remember. So did she have? Did it say for sure she has been? She does not have schizophrenia. Okay. Or does she? Yeah, because like my thought process is if she's in this hospital in the psychiatric, tapering her meds at one point, early onset. Okay, dad had schizophrenia. Okay, she got it from her father. Okay. See, if she has no parent at all left, and she's essentially forgotten about, in this hospital, yeah, there's a lot going on there. What do you have to lose? You know what I'm saying? And so she probably would latch on to somebody that she met. So like this Chad person or whatever, me and them, I would love to know what church this was they met at. But meet at whatever church. I'm imagining that there are certain things they are allowed to go to in this group home situation, like church was one of them. And so maybe that's why she was going, I don't know. It just seems like a random thing. But I could see where she probably Morgan would latch on to anyone who kind of paid her attention. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're coming from a really just, it sounds like a really sad kind of broken background like that. Yeah, and Anna says she had to meet up with an older person to fill the void left behind by her parents. I mean, there seems like a lot going on with that. And so yeah, the first little bit, her attention, she probably was just like, and then probably desperate to keep that. So if this Chad person's talking about, because remember that Chad said the thing, oh, I just found out that she ran because of me. She didn't want me to, whatever they said. This makes more sense now, right? She is going to be locked away, always wondering, always wanting this elusive thing out there. And yes, somebody earlier said, basically, hold on. I'm sorry. We'll go here in a second. People will prey on that. Is what I'm getting at. When you're that kind of desperate for love. Again, look at Eileen Wuornos. Look at how, and again, this is like two things can be true at one time, where she did horrible things, but look at how many people preyed on her herself. It's yeah. Lady says, I thought the ankle bracelets are meant to be hard to get off. I was wondering that too, how she cut it off. Only take scissors. Okay. Yeah, I would love to know. The clip that we watched of her, of the victim, where you heard her say, she was like, I don't think anything will change when I get out, and blah, 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 blah. And I would love to know now, because it sounded like if the former friend, the victim who they stabbed over and over and over, if she was thinking that several years ago, surely, she's just like, to me, she sounded like the type person that was going to be like, I'm not going to give them that power. You know what I mean? Like, no, they'll just go back to prison or whatever. She seemed really strong, is what I'm getting at, which is good. I just can't imagine what that was like in the woods for her. Okay, I'm just gonna sit here and start yawning at y'all now. I apologize. So I'm gonna run. Thank y'all for watching all of this with me. We're gonna see what happens with it. So my money is on her going back to the psychiatric hospital. Oh, Amy, how's it going? I hope you're well. I know, like my little antlers. Look, I got it. I did it do again. There we go. But everybody have a good evening. Audrey, thank you for hanging out and keeping all the cushions going. And thank you everybody for hanging out and watching all these videos here with me tonight. I mean, I hate to say I had fun, but you know what I'm saying. I hate to say I had fun watching this kind of stuff, but I was like, I want to wait to watch it with y'all. It's always fun to do that and get caught up on the stuff. So that's it. Anyways, I hope you all have a wonderful Friday evening. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. We'll have a video for tomorrow and Sunday, and then Monday we start Brian Walsh trial. Wow! We'll be streaming it on this channel, so stay tuned. We'll see if he does something crazy on Monday morning. But that's it. Y'all have a wonderful evening. I love y'all. We will close out with Slow Morrison's Ode to the Sofa, and I will see y'all sometime soon, I guess.
The pillows are fluff thanks to Miss Emily. The couch is wide enough, join the family. It's all love while we laugh at Perp's criminalities. Hey, 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 welcome to the Sofa Squad. Sipping from the cup at hey, 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 come laugh with the Sofa Squad. Can't roll my damn eyes hard enough. Oh, please. The puppies need me. Oh, oh, please. My body is rejecting none of that fancy credential stuff. I'm just here for the cringe binge. Hey, 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 welcome to the Sofa Squad. Sipping from the cup and hey, 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 come laugh with the Sofa Squad. Can't roll my damn eyes hard enough. Puppies need me, oh please. My body is rejecting none of that fancy credentialed stuff. I'm just here for the cringe binge. Hey, 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 welcome to the Sofa Squad. Sipping from the cup that hey, 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 come laugh with the Sofa Squad. Can't roll my damn eyes hard enough.